So hello fellow Earthlings. This is Earthling 6455463728. And I think that we should not deify people who are good at any specific thing. If somebody is a good sportsman or a good actor or they're a good lawyer or doctor, we always have to remember that they are good at that thing that we know them for. That's their speciality. And they were able, in many instances, mostly through luck, but also through hard work, to be in the position where they are, and they might have that skill that they have. But part of the sacrifice that comes with having a particular skill and studying long and hard to hone that skill is that you're giving up on most other skills. So as much as we love people like actors or singers or even sportsmen or people along those lines, we have to remember that we are going to be actually much more knowledgeable than they are about a vast variety of many other things that we don't really give ourselves credit for. For example, a celebrity probably, at some point they would have known what it's like to move around as an anonymous person. But ever since they gained whatever fame that they have, they've lost touch with many of the things that are very mundane and boring. And a lot of times we fantasize and look to these people for advice in areas where they really would not have any knowledge whatsoever. Because we feel that because they're special in one area of life, that they are also special in many other areas of advice, to the extent that they can actually give us good advice about these other things. And unfortunately, they can't. For example, a lot of celebrities or sportsmen or, even politicians and leaders, they might give motivational advice and say, hey, if you just keep trying, you're going to achieve success in life. And I don't discount that effort will help to gain a skill or anything like that in life. But most people who are known are not statisticians. They're not sociologists. They are not any one of these people who can actually give you a good idea of what the likelihood is of you being successful in a particular arena of life would be. They are good at what they're good at, which might be acting, might be playing soccer, it might be playing basketball, it might be swimming, it might be singing. That's where they're good at. If you want to get advice from these people, you ask them about what they're good at. I think it's really nice that celebrities and well-known people give a motivation. But one of the things that, again, like I said, they can't give us accurate information about is the likelihood of our succeeding in a particular avenue. I remember seeing on America's Got Talent, I think it was, there was a guy who said, he had been a child star and he had gotten a record deal, but it fell through. And this guy was amazing as a singer. And I thought, whoa, if he went all the way up to getting a record deal And he has so much, I hate the word talent, but if he has so much ability, because talent makes it sound like if it's potential, he was a great singer. There are a lot of other people who need to come to a sense of reality and realize that if you're not as good as this guy who hasn't made it, then you probably should not bother anymore. I remember someone that I knew who has a PhD, and she was basically saying that yes, she is, has advanced knowledge, but it's about a very, very specific thing. So it's not, if you ask her about what she knows, she can give you the benefit of that advice that, many other people probably wouldn't be able to give you. But if you ask her something that is outside of her speciality, you're better off asking somebody out in the street, just a random person, because the likelihood that she is going to be knowledgeable at any other random thing is pretty small. By virtue of the fact that you can't get good at something unless you devote a lot of time to it. Like a knife is really good at cutting. It's no good at hammering. If you use the wrong side of the blade, it's definitely not going to cut as well. You can use a magnifying glass to light a fire, and it's good at that. It's good at magnifying text or objects. You can use a piece of glass to see through things like a window without the coldness or the heat or whatever, affecting you from across the window. But of course, a glass is not going to be good at magnifying things, and a magnifying glass is not going to be good at looking out through. If you use things in the way that they're designed, or the way that they're set up to be used to the utmost, then you're going to get the most out of them. And I think that that's what happened with Donald Trump for a lot of people. And in many ways, even with Ronald Reagan, they see somebody that they know who seems familiar, and they assigned more attributes to that person than what that person brought to the table and what they're known for. They're known for acting. They're known for being a television personality. They're not known for, knowing how to get around politics. They're not known for their administrative abilities. They're not known for logical thinking. And in a way, I guess that's what I'm doing now is a little bit useless, because being able to choose the best candidate for a particular job, let's say as a leader, or the best person to ask for advice, that in itself is a skill. It might not be a very specific skill. It might be a skill related to logic, and maybe it's a skill of logical thinking. But obviously, it's a skill that many people who are voters and many people who just want to find out what the next step in their life or in a particular project that they're dealing with, how to find the next best thing to do is a skill. And most people are not going to have it to know what the next best thing to do is, or the skill to choose the best leader. And maybe what I'm doing right now is to try to get people to enhance that skill. The skill of finding what the next best step is. And my advice is, don't look to the people who are the best singers or the best actors or the most visible leaders for what you need to do next in order to accomplish the goal that you want to accomplish. In many instances, even the idea of looking for someone who has traveled the path that you want to travel on, in some instances might not be the best idea, because some of them have no idea how they achieved what they achieved. If somebody was able to accomplish what you want to accomplish because of nepotism, they're definitely not going to be able to help you. So my suggestion is, try to be very discerning about the people that you deify, and don't attach more skills or more prowess or more ability to the people that you know or who are famous beyond what you know them for. A good basketball player or a famous basketball player is good for that. They might not be good for motivation. They might not be good for knowing when to give up. They might not be good to figure out how much time to spend with your family in order to be happy. So be careful. And of course, you can wish me lucks. You can like or unlike, comment, subscribe, and or share. And of course, you can do nothing. Peace.